Hello dear viewers and welcome to T-World. Kindly hit the subscribe button and we will be on our way. In today's news, Pennsylvania gubernatorial applicant Doug Mastriano has given proof to the House Select Committee, including records showing his plans for transports conveying to Donald Trump allies to Washington, D.C. On Jan 6, 2021, the state congressperson and Republican candidate for lead representative was given a summons that predetermined he was not expected to send any materials connected with his chosen regulative office. So by far most of the proof he went over to legislative examiners comes from online entertainment posts. Detailed Politico said Mastriano doesn't have anything to stow away and has given every responsive report and will be sitting for a deliberate meeting as the council has consented to forego a proper testimony for him, said Mastriano lawyer Tim Parletter. Mastriano sent receipts showing his Mission Board of Trustees paid $3,354 to a contract transport organization in late December 2020, which has been accounted for by the American Independent. And another record shows his mission offered in excess of 13 passes to Washington to join the Stop the Steal fights that went before the U.S. State House revolt. The state representative publicized seats available to be purchased on Facebook and went to the Capitol himself, and he supported Trump's endeavors to upset his political race misfortune by composing letters of help to individuals from Congress and Justice Department authorities, which he likewise tweeted out at that point. Mastriano likewise dealt with a plan to send a record of alternator voters to Washington and facilitated a Nov. 25, 2020, hearing on issues and inconsistencies in Gettysburg featured by Rudy Giuliani, and highlighting a call from Trump, and he ventured to every part of the next week to meet with the previous president at the White House. Yet he needed to get back in the wake of testing positive for COVID-19. Giuliani later consented to have a pledge drive for Mastriano, and Trump has supported his gubernatorial mission.
In other news,
it's been 7 days since office holder Goff. Brian Kemp won the Republican gubernatorial essential in Georgia with a directing 74% of the vote. Yet Donald Trump supporter Candace Taylor, who completed in third spot, actually hasn't officially yielded. Taylor, an extreme right Christian patriot who ran on a paranoid fear-ridden stage testing the purported Luciferian cabal of assumed elites in the public authority, got just 3.4% of the votes, losing to Kemp by a north of 70-point edge and limping along second-place David Perdue by more than 18 focuses. The race had been called for Kemp the evening of the essential last Tuesday. Perdue was the Trump-supported competitor and the main Republican gubernatorial up-and-comer who had any possibility of unseating Kemp in the current year's race. He called Kemp to yield last Tuesday night as true sources called the race. In explanations days after the race was called, Taylor said that she could never surrender the race and asserted that it was manipulated against her without proof. "We have a public information group dealing with the 2022 essential political race extortion. More will be approaching," Representative Christy Maud told the Daily Beast. Dr. Candace Taylor doesn't yield. Taylor likewise said in an official statement that the occupant GOP lead representative, Secretary of State and principal legal officer, as well as casting a ballot rights lobbyist and Democratic gubernatorial up-and-comer Stacey Abrams, have pursued a bad, coordinated, unyielding attack on races. Quite. Abrams has not filled in as a legislator for a long time. The occupant Republicans would not upset the state's political decision results for Trump in 2020. Yet at the same time upheld the entry of their party's broad elector concealment regulations in the state. During her mission, Taylor installed herself with the absolute most outrageous Trump partners that have sold the previous president's large lie, revitalizing with individuals like My Pillow pioneer Mike Lindell and QAnon ally Lauren Witzke. She has said that whenever chose, she would make it so that bad state authorities would be dependent upon death by terminating crew in the event that they aren't sufficiently steadfast to the GOP. Her Jesus Guns Babies Crusade trademark was the subject of much mocking, and a significant board of her foundation was to crush a bunch of huge stone pieces in northern Georgia that she guarantees are an image of Satanism. However, her foundation might appear to be strange. Her manner of speaking has clear connections to a hazardous extreme right Christian patriot philosophy that is flooding among Republican competitors the nation over. Taylor's refusal to yield is probably impacted by Trump's refusal to at any point officially surrender the 2020 official political decision. However, he and his group have since recognized the misfortune in ambiguous terms. That has opened the entryway for Republicans like Taylor to in any case keep up with that Trump won the political decision. No matter what the truth that President Joe Biden won the political race and has been filling in as president for more than a year at this point, without a doubt, over the course of the last years, Trump has promoted a methodology among Republicans of not yielding a race. In any event, when the misfortune is to one more individual from the party, however, not yielding doesn't convey official outcomes for this situation. Kemp will proceed to confront Abrams on the polling forum this fall. The methodology is important for the right's general arrangement to delegitimize the political race process in the U.S.
If you made it to the end of the video, kindly hit the subscribe button and leave a comment, it helps the channel.